हरिः ॐ शं नो मित्रस्यं वरुणः शं नो भवत्वर्यमा शं न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शं नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. We are dealing with the planets and the karma. As I told you, it is a very, very useful subject in spiritual astrology. Why? Because in the mundane astrology or predictive astrology or horary astrology, we go for predictions. And there are two words, fate and destiny. Fate means we believe that whatever is written in the horoscope, definitely it will happen. Destiny means almost the same, we use in the same, with the same meaning, but people say we can also create our own destiny. Listen to it, it looks very glamorous and beautiful. When it is possible to create our own destiny, we can create anything in this world. Is it possible to us? This is the point to be understood. It is not just believing something is different from understand the thing in a practical way is different. So all the great people, they created their own destinies by their hard work, by their sincerity, by their focus, by their willpower, by their attitude, by their impersonal attitude, their responsibility towards the fellow beings, towards the humanity, towards the earth globe. Any great people who reached that stage means they had all these qualities with them. Those are the people who can create their own destiny. In other way, what happens? What is there in the horoscope, birth horoscope, it happens. That is what we call the fate. The purpose of the spiritual astrology is in between these two. One is to understand the planetary positions in our horoscope. Number two, to understand our previous good karma and the previous bad karma reflecting in our birth horoscope. And number three, how to plan our life. How to plan our life to overcome the obstacles or to neutralize the obstacles in our life or the negative aspects of the planets in our life. How to use the positive aspects in our life and how to get rid of, how to neutralize our past karma and create a new karma for the future and live a meaningful life and a purposeful life in the footsteps of the masters by understanding the original qualities of the planets and the signs and to live an impersonal life, living for a good cause. These are the main points in spiritual astrology. Some people think astrologers, they will not have any problems in their life. It is not true. Astrologer can give the predictions or he can explain, but he cannot change his own horoscope. Nobody can change his own horoscope. By understanding astrology in a proper way, we can plan our life. That's it. In a proper way. And we will not leave anything to the fate. We try our best. We plan accordingly. to understand the planetary positions accordingly, and we try to understand the phenomenon and how the life goes and what is our responsibility here, what should of attitude we have to develop in our life. All these things you have to learn. That is the purpose of spiritual astrology. So that's why that's why I prefer to explain you the book Astrology, an occult and spiritual perception book before spiritual astrology. Why? Because it is having all practical instructions to go into the spiritual side of astrology or spiritual side of life or yogic way of life. That's the main purpose of my dealing with this book. Okay. Here Master is telling you one point. So many people, there are two types of people. Some people, if you see into their horoscopes, you find a lot of square aspects. Square aspects means 90 degrees between two planets. Or 180 degrees aspect. That means opposition to one planet and opposition to another planet. In Western astrology, in generally, we treat these two aspects as the malefic aspects. Malefic aspects mean they give they produce all the types of obstacles and problems and troubles, delay, danger, ill health, ill luck, all these things. Tests and trials, all these things they produce. Some people, they are born with all the squares and oppositions in their horoscope. Most of the planets. Maybe one or two good aspects must be there. In some horoscopes, you find all the most of the aspects are very benefic. Jupiter trine Venus, Mercury trine Moon, Sun trine Jupiter, Saturn trine Venus, like that. So we call these people as they are born with a golden spoon in the mouth. Master explained in a different way how to understand these aspects. He explains in a different way. He is giving one example here. The example is, when you find most of the squares and oppositions in the horoscope, normal astrologer says, this fellow will have a lot of troubles in his life. Of course it is true. But what happens if you see the horoscopes of the very great people in any country, you find such horoscopes with all the squares and oppositions in their horoscope. That's why most of the great people in their life, they suffer with, when in their childhood, they suffer with the poverty or lack of opportunities or some sort of ill luck. No better conditions to live or to eat or to read or to join in the colleges or the schools. Parents are not so rich to support them. Even then, with all the obstacles in their life, all the problems in their life, all the oppositions, all the insults, all the dangers in their life, slowly they will build up their life. They will overcome all the obstacles in their life. They wait very patiently. They try with all the discipline and perseverance and patience and willpower, and above all, a goal in their life, a focus in their life. If you observe the horoscopes of the great people, you find it. That's why if we find any aspects like squares and oppositions, all those things, don't be afraid of it. We have to try. Master is telling here, from an early age, they begin to cultivate the ability of applying their mind. When these aspects are there in the horoscope, what these people do? They begin to cultivate the ability of applying their mind. They will apply their mind, not their emotions. You understand? There's a lot of difference here. Apply their mind means they will think about it. Why I'm having all these problems? How to overcome these problems? How to get into the success? how to achieve my goal, he will put his mind there. He will not put his mind in the troubles. He will not comment anybody. He will not criticize anybody. He will not blame anybody. He apply his mind. This is what Master is explaining here. The element of responsibility will be known by them, and the planets induce them to achieve their happiness, the happiness which has been there due to his past karma. What they will do, it's a wonderful sentence, the element of responsibility will be known by them. That means we have to know our responsibility to overcome all these things. Unless we know our responsibility, unless if we fight our rights, we may not get the solution. If you understand our own responsibility, then we can find the solution. That's what he is telling. The planets induce them to achieve their happiness. Then when you are trying hard, knowing the responsibility, using the mind in a proper way, then definitely planets will induce the happiness from where the happiness which has been there due to his past karma. Happiness is there in our past karma. Because of all these troubles and struggles and trials and attitude, the past good karma will come into the picture and they feel very happy about it and they will enjoy the happiness. Here I explained to you one thing in my previous lecture. What is that? 60 degrees and 90 degrees are the two benefic aspects in Western astrology. So 90 degrees is a square. So 90 degrees and 180, I'm repeating again. There's a mistake here. 90 degrees and 180 degrees, these two are the malefic aspects in the horoscope. They are the reason for all the troubles and problems and obstacles in the life. So what happens in the progression, 90 degrees, from 90 degrees, planet slowly go to the 120 degrees. 120 degrees means the trine aspect. You understand? Trine aspect is the most benefic aspect. Create opportunities in the life, create happiness, give good opportunities, give success, give fame, and everything. Whatever we do, we will get the results out of it. So, 90 degrees aspect gives trouble in the early childhood. Then slowly planets progress. When it becomes 120 degrees, then the happiness, what Master explained here, will come to us at that period, at that time. That we have to remember that. If you see otherwise, suppose somebody is born with 60 degrees and 120 degrees sextile, and 60 degrees sextile and 120 is the trine aspect. If somebody born, most of his aspects are benefic aspects in his horoscope, by birth they are very rich, blessed, and they will have a lot of opportunities, everything, a comfortable life. What happens? Slowly 60 degrees become 90 degrees, benefic becomes malefic, then the life changes. He will go into the trouble. Here Master explained Master has given a small example. I will give you the example. There are two persons are there. One person, for the two persons, their fathers gave them $10,000 each, or $100,000 each, whatever it may be. One person, what he did, he's having a lot of money. 10,000 is nothing but, let us say, $100,000, for example. So $100,000 is given to him by his father, and he enjoyed the life. He spent all the money for his comforts, a luxurious life, without investing his money, without going for the further studies, without doing any job. He spent all the money. After many years or few years, all the money was spent. He left without any money on the streets. That is what we call the sextile aspect becomes square aspect, or trine aspect becomes opposition aspect. This is one type of karma. To other person also, his father has given $100,000. What he did, he has taken $50,000 for his personal needs. Personal needs means to construct his house or buy a vehicle or a car, or for his studies or for his children's studies, whatever it may be, for a good cause. Other $50,000, what he did, he applied his mind in a positive way and made a good investment, not a bad investment. What is bad investment? Investing in the shares or investing in the speculation or the gambling or like that. In shares, sometimes we get the money, sometimes we lose the money. It is like a gambling thing. It depends on so many things. But he invested in a good way, in a positive way. So what happened is living a comfortable life with 50% of his money. For his future, he did a very good investment. By the end of his life, when he reaches 60 or 70, whatever it may be, he spent a meaningful life, a good life, a purposeful life with the family and friends and everything. And the other money where he invested, he gets lot of money out with the interest or with the profit or whatever it may be. Then he can do as he likes. He can contribute the money, he can donate the money, he can spend the money for the nature, or he can donate the money to the orphanages or the old age homes, to feed the poor, or to give the people who are in need, or to spend for the nature, to spend for the nation. He can do as he likes. So this is a good karma. In both the cases, what Master explained, in both the cases, the money is given by the father. That is the karma, the good karma, for example. One person, he spent all his good karma in this life, and he stand alone on the streets, and he has to again create his own good karma, or with a loneliness or a depression or emotion or any other thing, he may turn against also. We don't know. Again, he may create his own bad karma for his next birth. The other person, what he did, because of his good karma, he got the money, ancestral property, he spent in a right way and invested again. That means he invested his good karma also in a right way, without expecting anything from that. So what he did, he lived comfortably and he make others also live comfortably with him, and he is in a position to help others. It is also a good karma for his next birth. This is how we have to understand the karma in this life, in the background of the planets. If the planets are in a benefic and good positions, don't try to misuse it. When the planets are not in a good position, or the squares and oppositions in the birth chart, don't be discouraged. They are the training points for you. You have to work out them, you have to understand them, you have to develop the sense of responsibility. You have to apply your mind and understand about this good and past good and bad karma. And you have to try to improve the good things in your life and live a meaningful life in this life. This is how you have to understand the karma with the background of the planets. This is what Master explained here. Brother, this is the interesting teaching. Don't be carried away by the good things or the bad things in the life. Don't be carried away by the results given to us by the planets. You have to focus on your life, understand the nature, understand the universe, understand the original qualities of the planets, understand the great people's teachings, follow their lives, read their biographies, and try to follow how they lived in this life, how they are useful now to the world, and how the teachings are useful to the society for the coming thousands of years. Those people are the example for us. We have to understand these things in the light of the spiritual astrology. This is the main purpose of spiritual astrology, what Master explained in the 3 lessons, 107, 108, and 109. I will explain to you in my next class what are the 2 types of planets. Some planets they go very fast, they move very fast in the zodiac. Some planets, they go very slow. They move very slow in the zodiac, in the 12 signs. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus and Mars, they go very fast. And Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto, they go very slow. What type of karma we'll understand on the basis of this slow moving planets and the fast moving planets, I will explain to you tomorrow in my next class. Thank you. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.